What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel Casper's Kicks once again. So we are finally in the month of July, which means we have more sneakers that are getting ready to come out. So of course, going to go over this month's sneaker releases. Now I don't have everything that is set to release, but what I could find between Jordan, Nike, some Dunks as well. So just gonna go through everything that is supposed to be coming out. Like I mentioned, there'll probably be something random that ends up dropping. We could have a restock, or just, you never really know, but we do have an idea of some of the stuff that is getting ready to drop. So going to be going through this. Hopefully y'all enjoy this video. If you have not already, go and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, turn on the notification bell so you can stay up to date when I post new content. But let's go ahead and jump into these sneaker releases for the month of July 2023. Starting off with July 6th, we have the Nike Air Foamposite 1 Metallic Red. And this is one that I'm not sure about. I've never owned a pair of Foamposites, and the reason being, the price was always just, in my opinion, too much. I kind of want to get a pair, but I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on these. Retail price is set at $240, so I'm going to have to decide if I actually want a pair of Foamposites or if I'm going to end up passing on these. The red colorway, dope color. I just got to decide if I actually want a pair or not. Going on, or staying with July 6th, we have the Air Jordan 2 Low Women's Varsity Royal. Retail price on these is $150. The color on these isn't bad. It's just an Air Jordan 2 Low. Not everybody likes Air Jordan 2 Lows. Me being in that boat, not really a shoe that I normally would wear. I don't even really wear Jordan 2s like that, so it's just one of those silhouettes where it's just like, I mean, it's cool that it's coming out, but do I really need it? For me, it's a no, and it's a women's shoe, so they probably will not have my size. The bigs will probably be 12 in women's, which is a 10.5 in men's. So if you're interested in that one, it is on July 6th. Going to July 7th, we have one of the golf shoes that is set to come out this month. This is the Air Jordan 1 High Golf Bordeaux. We've had the Bordeaux ones recently come out. The Bordeaux colorway is just nice in itself. So if you're a golfer, here you go. You have the opportunity to cop a Jordan 1 in that Bordeaux colorway. I think it's really dope to see the Jordan golf brand and the different colors that they have for the shoes. It just gives people a variety, especially when they're doing something that they enjoy doing. Like if you don't play basketball but you play golf, you have the opportunity to wear your shoe or wear a Jordan shoe when you're out golfing. So that's July 7th. Going on to July 8th, we have another Air Jordan 2 Low. This is the UNC colorway. This one I'd be curious to see how they do. We know the UNC colorway is a very popular one amongst the Jordan fans, so it wouldn't shock me to see these do well, but at the same time, once again, it is a Jordan 2 Low. It's just one of those shoes that not everybody's going to be a fan of. So I think, in my opinion, it'll probably end up sitting even though it has the UNC colorway, but there will be some people that do end up buying the shoe. So if you're a Jordan 2 fan, you have two opportunities to cop early this month. So, you know, happy for y'all to get Jordan 2s if you like Jordan 2 Lows. Going on to July 12th, we have a Nike Dunk, and this is the reverse panda colorway. So, of course, we've had the black and white, or majority black and then white hints on the Dunk Low Panda. This one is an all-white base with the black hint, so it's got the black laces and black Nike swoosh. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I think this would be one I have to see in person. It's an all-white shoe, so of course it's going to be one that you have to worry about keeping clean. But I don't know. I think I would prefer the regular Panda over the reverse Panda. But like I said, this would just have to be one that I end up seeing in person and kind of deciding if I actually like it or if it's one that I'm going to end up passing on. It'd be nice if they don't release this one every month like they have been doing with the Pandas, just because we don't need another oversaturated Dunk that's just out there for everybody to cop. Going on to July 13th, and this is one I haven't really seen official images of, so I'm curious to see if it actually ends up dropping on this day. But we have the Air Jordan 12 Women's Brilliant Orange, and it almost reminds me like a shattered backboard colorway. It's got the orange mudguard with the black upper, and it looks like it's all going to be leather. But like I mentioned, I haven't really heard too much official images wise, nor have I seen any early pairs of this shoe, so I'd be curious to see if it actually ends up releasing on this day or if they end up delaying it till later this year. Regardless, retail price on this one is $200. Like I mentioned, it is a woman, so the biggest size will probably be a 12 in women's, which is a 10.5 in men. A lot of the shoes, just women's shoes specifically, haven't had the extended sizes, so it's been hit or miss with what you actually can cop if you have a bigger foot. On to July 22nd, and probably the hypest release of this month. That is the Air Jordan 1 High OG University Blue. This is the black toe UNC, and it's probably going to sell out. From the rumors that I've heard, there are supposed to be a ton of stock for this shoe, so I would be curious to see how easy it is to cop these. Y'all know how it gets, like I mentioned with the UNC colorway earlier, it's a very popular colorway amongst Jordan fanatics. So this one, I think a lot of people will be going after, myself included. I may have to get a double up on it. I'm not really sure, but it's going to be at the one I see in person whenever I get it. I do have an early repair of the shoe on the way, so whenever I get that shoe, and of course, I will drop the early review for y'all ASAP. But like I mentioned, this one is just going to be ones that fly off shelves unless they just have the stock, rumored stock numbers is just that accurate to where it's just a bunch of pairs. I know when we had the taxi ones released last year, which was a black toe but in the yellow colorway, those restocked several different times after that release date. Even into the beginning of this year, we saw restocks of the taxi ones. So I can see something similar with this UNC one. We're just going to have to wait and see. I could see some type of early access or a shock drop on these as well, just because the popularity for this one is going to be there. A lot of people are going to be interested in this Jordan 1. So if you're interested in it, do your due diligence. Raffles as many as you can. Just be prepared to have a difficult time getting these. I'm just going to say it up front. You never really know, especially with a Jordan 1 that could be popular like this one. Retail price on these is going to be $180, and like I mentioned, July 22nd for that release date. On July 26th, we have the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Women's UNC to Chicago. Retail price on these is $140. Now, if this pair looks familiar to you, they did have the high top version of this shoe, but now they are making it into a low top, and it is a women's shoe size. The sizes in women's, I'd be curious to see if they have these in extended sizes. When they dropped the high top version, they were also a women's colorway, but they had the extended sizes on them, so I was able to get my personal pair. Now, I'd be curious to see, like I mentioned, if they end up doing the same thing with these, or if they keep them, the biggest being a size 12 in women's. Hopefully they have the extended sizes. I'd actually consider copying this one for a personal, even though I have the high top version, just to have some variety in the two. But we're just going to have to wait and see whenever these do drop on the 26th. On the 28th, this is one that I have done an early review on. This is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Black Toe. This one is a must cop for me. I will be getting this shoe. I like the black, white, and red on this shoe. The colors just go well together. It's the Jordan 1 Low. Easy to wear. So, like I mentioned, this one will be one that I do end up copying. Retail price on these is $140. So, yeah, I can see them sitting and just not selling out as fast, but at the same time, I can see them moving pretty well. Just be prepared. Another one that you should just be prepared to put in your footwork to be able to cop. And then on the 28th, also, we have an Air Max. This is the Nike Air Max 1 LX Women's Rugged Orange. I really do like the orange colorway on this one. Retail price on these is $160. Do I plan on copying them? Probably not. I wear Air Maxes, but not like that. And then this one's a women's size, in women's sizes, so I can see it not being in my size. But nevertheless, this is one I'm probably just not going to cop. I'm trying to save money and not spend as much as I have lately on shoes, so this one will probably be a pass for me. On the 20th as well, another shoe. This is the second golf shoe coming out. This is the Air Jordan 6 Low Golf White Khaki, and just a really simple all-white upper with the khaki hints on the midsole. Once again, if you're a golf fan, if you golf and you like wearing Jordans when you golf, you have two opportunities this month to cop shoes. You have the 1, and then you have a 6 as well. And then last but not least, we have on July 29th, the Air Jordan 3 Palomino. Of course, we have the Jordan 1 Palomino getting ready to come out. And this is the Jordan 3 Palomino. The colorway is just that brownish colorway. And it looks like it's got different shades of brown on this Jordan 3. This will be one I'm curious to see in person to see how well it does. I can see it going either way. It's just one of those hit and miss Jordan 3s that you never really know how people feel about it until they do drop it, and then you see how well they're moving. But overall, that is everything that I have for the month of July. Like I mentioned, there's bound to be some other things that are set to drop. I know ASICS has their Gel Light 3, the Liberties, set to drop on July 8th. I think I'm going to end up copying a pair of those because I do like how they look. But yeah, there's just a bunch of different things that are set to drop. It's a lot. So just be prepared. If you're interested in stuff, make sure you put in your footwork to go and cop it, raffles, whatever you need to do to be able to cop a pair of what you're looking for. Just make sure you're on it. Let me know what you're most interested in. Like I mentioned, for me, I think the UNC ones and then the Black Toe Jordan 1 Low are my 2 must cops for the month. So I will be doing all I can to get those. But let me know what y'all are most interested in. But overall, that is everything I have for y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Go and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, turn all the notification bells so except today when I post new content. Like I mentioned, I have a couple early reviews on the way, so when I get those shoes, and of course I will drop those videos for y'all. But as always, hopefully y'all enjoy y'all's week. Stay safe and stay blessed. Enjoy your 4th of July, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.